biases is that we go for a Big Bang Theory, not this fiscal year, because you've done all this planning for this calendar year.
Mm-hmm.
But that we look in the future, maybe a year or two in advance to a big bang, and use all the money, for example, for a theater in the new Palace Hotel. And, you know, something that's really powerful all at once, and it can be seen by not only tourists, but by the citizens of Ukiah. So that's where I hope you'll maybe sort of start looking in the future, several years down the road.
In terms of the oversight, council's oversight of this expenditure of funds, Ms. Landis and I are both we are both council representatives to Chamber of Commerce and Main Street program. So if we do our job, you will get updates from those organizations.
If you would like, we could come back in 6 months and give you a verbal update. Would that help?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
Yeah.
think that would be a bad idea to
That's a good
keep
idea.
you more up to speed.
I just want to say something positive. There's a lot of great things you guys are doing. This bothers me a lot, but the logo, that is. But the brochure itself, I think, is beautiful. I think the photographs are beautiful. The content is really good.
Thank you. We're not
Question about
insulted either.
here. I know there were a lot of people who stayed a long time, but it looks like that's been funded in the past.
Yes.
Year.
If you go on to the Chamber's website, you can actually view these there are 4 stories on there now that you can already view. They are stories that, in the Randall report, it was very interesting to listen to. The people want to know about us. They like us. They like that we're unique, for lack of a better term. They like to hear the stories about how people got here, about what makes this community. And we have already captured those stories, and we're going to continue to not only make those available on our website, but these are some of the materials that we have produced that are going to go in to the Comcast production to the Bay Area or to the Sacramento area. Yeah, they're great stories, by the way, great stories.
And then when I'm at the City of 10,000 Buddhas, I'll see a sign that says, use my cell phone to call a certain number?
We hope to get there, yes. We hope to get there.
Further questions? Further public commentary?
I can talk if you want me to.
I think we all need to consider about how we make our decisions to go visit other communities. And a lot of it is word of mouth. So if we succeed in getting people to come here one time, we've got to have something that they like so that their word of mouth will bring others. And that's why I think I argued when we originally went for the TOT for Measure X that part of it is just beautifying the city, making trails available in the Western Hills, so that once we get people here, they have something to do that they really like, and they want to come back and talk about it when they go back to their communities.
I would be interested in coming to the meetings, and so.
March 25th, 3 o'clock at, Dawn, are you hosting? At Dawn's office.
Okay, thanks.
I'll send you an
And
email.
I'd move the recommended action.
I'd like to make one comment on just on a budget item, and because this is a discussion that occurred in the past 2-3 weeks as the city entered kind of unprecedented economic times. And you know, when we were looking at the chamber budget, city staff at the time had requested that looking at how we could help protect one of what I feel, and I think a lot of people feel, is one of our greatest tourist and assets and community assets that this community has to offer. And one of the things I know that the council is struggling with right now in hard budget times is how do we keep certain things like the museum specifically, you know, open and financially sound. And I was pleased that the TOT committee considered, you know, providing, you know, some assistance in helping maintain the capacity of that activity for the city. And so that is included in the 2009 budget, and you'll see that there. And I wanted to just kind of give that's a little change from what was there previously. There was it required the TOT task force to lessen the amount that went towards some of the competitive grants that they're putting out to the community that were designed to increase capacity for tourist activities. And the staff argued and the TOT accepted that maintaining tourist capacity in these economic times is also important, and I think that was why they chose to also fund the museum, but I thought that was worth mentioning.
Yeah.
I noticed that Don Balak, hi Don, he's no longer on the city staff.
No.
So he's listed as a City of Ukiah representative, and I think it would be tremendous maybe if you could become one of our representatives. I don't know if we have to take care of that at another meeting or.
Mayor Baldwin, the reason that was done because at the time that we started the project, Don was still working for the city of Ukiah, and we added on his others.
Understand.
So just an explanation.
Further discussion? For any public comment on this issue?
John McCowan, Ukiah, and I participated in the initial planning meetings that Bert led, and it was a very inclusive process. And I think that rather than have it be staff or council member, I think you could have the two city staff plus council member if one is interested. So,
Thank you. Further comment?
I would like to say we would like to keep the staff that you have and add more. So please don't take the two that you've appointed away from us.
Okay, so Sherry Smith Ferry is considered a city representative.
Sherry Smith Ferry and Kathleen Moeller, the Economic Development Manager, is, and I think from what the Chamber CEO is saying, that we could, in part of the contract as we go to renew this contract, we could include language that adds a council member as well.
I think that would be great. Further discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Landis.
Yes.
Thomas.
Aye.
Crane.
aye.
Roden.
Yes.
Mayor Baldwin.
Yes. Moving on. Should I understand that item 11D will await a closed session? Okay. Then we are going to adjourn this meeting to well, no, let's have council reports first.
You may want to adjourn to the redevelopment item, and then we could go into closed session for the remainder of the items.
Right,
There's
but let's see if there's quick council reports first. Mary Ann Landis, Councilmember Landis?
Yes, I facilitated the tree advisory group, which was very good facilitation. We had some city staff present as well, and came up with a list of strengths, concerns, and solutions, and some of those solutions are in process, one of them being to reformat and make usable, very user-friendly, all the many documents that we have about trees that have been amassing since like 1993. And a few other actions that I'm working with the city manager about. So I thought it was a really productive meeting. I'm going to facilitate one more meeting, and then I think they're going to fly. And so that was good. So I just wanted to say that. And then the second thing I wanted to mention is that I'm interested in being on the Capital Improvement Project Ad Hoc Committee. And I had emailed you that. I don't know if you received, and I've spoken to Councilmember.
And said
Oh.
there's two members of the council that are already serving on that.
Right. And I had spoken to Councilmember Thomas, and he said he was willing to do a substitution if it was acceptable to the mayor.
I don't know if we need to agendize that item or not.
I think you do, yeah. Not
Okay.
on the posted agenda, and
It's just an ad hoc committee. It still does.
so,
It's just ad hoc.
Well,
There's just two people. But
Even
in
if
any
it's on the
case,
agenda, we know it shouldn't take more than 3.5 minutes.
or, yeah, okay, so that's my report.
it's action by the council.
Councilmember Crane,
No report.
Councilmember Thomas?
Yeah, just real quickly.
Councilmember Rodden?
In the past, we've had some displays, art displays in the foyer over here. And I think that we should encourage